I got something for you guys today. So you know I'm an ambassador for Future 42. They're a wonderful supporter of our show, and it's really an entity dedicated to trying to do the things that we're trying to do on the show. Give common sense a comeback, bring balance back to Washington State, and just to make sure that our policies are sound and they're not based on, fringe ideologies. And gas prices is a big one. And what's happening with the carbon tax is a big one. And this lack of acknowledgement from the governor that this program is really hurting, low income and working class people the most. We're looking at, up to 50 cents a gallon now that it's going to have the impact to you that program is going to have. So tomorrow from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m., there is going to be an opportunity to purchase gas at the national average level. And in fact, let's check in on what are the prices right now. So national average, like $3.80. Washington still has one of the highest gas prices in the country. Wonderful. Anyway, thank you, AAA. I always get depressed when I look at the AAA map because it's like red, solid red on the West Coast. But anyway, so coming up tomorrow, and Nicole, if you want to put up this little graphic with some information. So Future 42 and Americans for Prosperity are going to be holding an event at Jackson's Shell Station in Kent tomorrow from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. That's at 22588 84th Avenue South in Kent. And I'll post this to my social media pages as well. And from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m., if you show up, you can fill up your tank for $3.89 a gallon. Now, of course, they want you to come there and they want people to be aware and to be able to tell people about why this is happening, because they're going to see the gas station sign and be like, wow, that's low. And then they can get a little more information about the impact of the carbon program. And they can also, by the way, they have a chance to sign an initiative to do away with the carbon program, which I think is a good opportunity. But we asked Simon Sefcik, a former state lawmaker who is a director for Future 42, to come on the show and to tell us about what they're doing and why they're doing it. Simon Sefcik, welcome back to Undivided.
Brandi, thanks for having me.
Now, I couldn't help but notice that you guys are having this event tomorrow during my show. Is that intentionally so I can't come take advantage of the gas prices?
Well, Brandi, the goal is to make sure that you can't come down and take advantage of it, but that all of your listeners can listen to your show and enjoy the line while they're getting cheaper gas.
Gotcha.
So it's just specifically targeted to punish you.
Yeah, I know. I figured. So this is kind of obviously to show Washingtonians how good they could have it if our elected leaders actually cared about their budget and their pocketbook. But first, who's paying for this? Somebody's got to pay for this, right?
Yes, that's correct. There's no such thing as a free lunch, as the old saying goes. So yes, this is being covered by Americans for Prosperity, which is a national organization to essentially illustrate exactly what you said, which is that while oil is a global commodity, the specific price hikes we've seen this year are exactly because of the carbon trade program that the governor and the majority party have supported.
Yeah. So if folks come and our viewers and listeners come and they want to take advantage of the lower gas prices, are they going to be given a message when they get there? What is that going to look like for them?
Yeah. Well, Brandi, we're anticipating there being a good amount of people. So the idea is to get there earlier so you don't have to wait as long in line. But yeah, there's going to be an opportunity for people to learn about the taxes that exist in Washington State that are causing these increases, and also an opportunity for people to sign a petition in order to have the carbon tax program removed, to say, if you want this vision to become a reality in the state, we can make that happen. But it's not going to happen if we just sit by and close our eyes and cross our fingers and wish that were the case. It's going to take action. And this provides people a real opportunity to engage in that type of action.
Well, and one of the reasons I like it is it's very visual, right? Everybody wants lower gas prices. So you see it. Are you getting the marquee changed, by the way?
What's the marquee?
Well, the board.
The thing.
The board
Yes. Yeah, correct. It'll be lower, for people to see that and understand, when they drive by that prices will be cheaper. And yeah, I think it's a great visual illustration when people are seeing the other competing gas stations nearby, Or, it's always just funny whenever people talk about people going on summer vacations this year, the other states they've been to realize that prices don't have to be this way. And this is not normal in the United States of America to have prices this high.
Yeah. And what I was saying is, it's a visual thing for people to be like, oh, wow, that's different. But how, and then to be, told, hey, here's what's going on. Here's what this is doing to gas prices in Washington state specifically. How aware do you think the general public is about the direct impact the governor's carbon program is having at the pump?
I think it obviously always depends on exactly what the sources are that people are listening to. But I think the average person does understand that there's been a new tax that's been implemented that's been part of these increases. But Brandi, as I think you've pointed out on your show before, there's obviously a little bit of double speak, because on the one hand, the majority party tells you that this is all because of those evil, greedy oil companies that have just chosen to jack up the price of oil uniquely in Washington state by a very specific number. And then there's the other people that will straight up tell you that this is the goal of the program, that the goal of the program was to increase prices in order to force people off of gas-powered vehicles. One of those things can be true. Both of those things could be false, but both of those things most certainly cannot be true. Yeah,
it's a good point. And you have to look back, as you said, to what is the intent, right? What is it designed to do? And this, in my opinion, and I don't think it's a stretch at all, is the natural reaction of the market to what that program was intended to do. Simon, so explain for folks just the nuts and bolts of how tomorrow is going to work, timing, and all of that.
Certainly, yeah. So if anybody's near Kent, Washington tomorrow, from 10 to 12 o'clock, there's going to be the Jackson's Shell Station, which is just right off Highway 167. People have the opportunity to pull in from that time, and they can get a gallon of gas for about $3.82, which is the amount the gas should cost in the state were not for the gas tax and the carbon trade tax. And so it's an opportunity for people to come to see the type of world that we should or could live in were it not for some of these programs, and to enjoy hopefully some relief at the pump.
Yeah, and them getting the cheaper gas does not mean they have to sign the initiative, correct?
That's right. Yes, you can come and simply enjoy the cheaper prices. And if you'd like, learn more about what we're trying to do to reduce gas prices for everybody, not just for one day, not just for a certain time in a time period, but hopefully permanently in this state to give people the relief that they need.
All right, Simon Sefcik, I love it, director for Future 42. We appreciate your time, and I guess enjoy the gas prices that I won't be able to take advantage of, but I hope that some of our viewers and our listeners do.
I hope so too, Brandi. Take care.